The third meeting of the Super 1 season is at Rowrah in Cumbria, and in this part we're looking at the biggest class this weekend with 19 drivers in Mini ROK. Before racing got underway, I spoke to some of the drivers, including one who lives in the mecca of two-wheel racing and makes the trip to Super 1 each time via ferry. How have you found this weekend so far?
It was a bit of a struggle on Friday because we had a lot of problems with the carburetor and all that, but we got it running for yesterday and we came 8th for this second final. And
Okay,
yeah.
so top 10. I mean, what are you hoping for? What is a good result? I would have thought top 10 for you, with your level of experience at the moment, would be quite good.
If I had the same running as the Gold Cup, I would be aiming for a top 5, but this weekend probably top 10.
Okay, well, good luck today.
Thank you.
Gabriel, good start to Super 1 for you this year. This is your first visit to Rowrah, as I understand it,
Yeah.
and your first appearance in Mini ROK as well.
Yeah.
Second place yesterday in Final 2. Good result for you. Just talk us through your weekend so far. How have you enjoyed it?
In the first final, I accidentally put a wheel off the track near the end, and then I went down to like 8th, and then I managed to go back to 4th. And then in the second one, I didn't have a very good start. I got down to like 8th, but then I managed to come back through to 2nd.
Yeah, it's a good result for you. What do you make of the track then, being your first time here?
I like it. It's one of my favourite tracks.
Okay, and today, are you looking to go one better?
Yeah,
Okay, well, good luck.
thanks.
Well, I want to talk to you a little bit about the pre-final yesterday, coming from 19th to 1st. It's already done 4,000 or 5,000 views, I think, online. People raving about the drive. Just talk us through it, though.
So I started P19. I just got off the line well, and then I made up a few places on the start. And then in the hairpin, I just went on the inside and took about 4 places. And then the rest were a bit spread out, so I just had to catch and pass until I got to 2nd. And then in the hairpin, I was on the inside of Taylor, and then he just shut the door, and that slowed me down, and I lost the position to Pineapple. And then I managed to get back up into 2nd, and then luckily Taylor got a drop down.
What's the key to a drive like that, going from P19 all the way through the field? I guess patience and being aggressive at the same time, but you've got to be patient, I guess.
And never give up.
Absolutely. So today, I guess you don't want to have the same sort of issues in time qualifying and start at the front, and that should put you right in contention then for the championship win.
Yeah, hopefully I can get a good qualifying and start at the front for the pre-final, and then hopefully we get a good race in that.
Okay, let's see how you get on.
Thank you.
Mini ROK is going to be very exciting this time. Gabriel Stilp and Oliver Wright on the front row from Aidan Hassan and Alfie Gallagher. Sittner and Orridge, and then the Knight brothers, and then Charlie Pritchard and Jacob Woods to round out the top 10. Craig Evans and Gussie Hudson from Shane Collins and Zane Quaker. We're on board with Luke Sintler this time. That is Aidan Hassan in front of us on 3rd position on the starting grid, but the front row men are still going to be very strong from the off. Ready? And away we go, straight to the first corner. Oliver Wright just a whisker in front of Gabriel Stilp initially, but Aidan Hassan charges through to 2nd place through the first chicane, and now he's going to get straight onto it on the back of Gabriel Stilp. So Stilp and Hassan, 1st and 2nd position in Mini ROK as we head towards Iredale's for the first time. 3rd place, Oliver Wright.
Sintler went for a move on Alfie Gallagher, but it's actually cost him a place rather than made a place up. That is Luke Sintler. He's carrying the onboard camera for us in this one. He was on fire here a couple of weeks ago when he took the win. Talking about being on fire, Taylor Orridge.
That was
up
lovely.
the inside of Gallagher. What a great move.
Yeah, really nice bit of driving there from Orridge. He just caught Alfie Gallagher unawares. I'm not sure Alfie thought there was going to be that big a move this early on in the race. So now he's going to settle in behind Orridge and in front of Luke Sintler as the leaders come through. It's going to be Stilp, Hassan and Wright at the front end of the field. Gabriel Stilp, who's done multiple different campaigns over the last 2 or 3 seasons. Seen him out in Europe with me and also across the various British paddocks. Aidan Hassan, the Milton Keynes sensation, running well in 2nd place, and Oliver Wright, Pineapple as he's known to his mates. He was third position in the Ayami Valencia Winter Cup years ago, so now he's switched from one brand to the other, and he's doing very well in ROK. Do you know what? He seems to have found his niche here in third position. Mini ROK seems to be Oliver Wright's perfect environment as Aiden Hassan runs in second place. He's taken to the ROK class like a duck to water as well.
Yeah, and Hassan, of course, was here a month or so ago, won 2 gold cups that day in Army Cadet and in the Mini ROK class. So he's a specialist here at this track, and he'll be looking to take home the spoils this weekend. The 3 look like out front, they were getting away earlier on, but Taylor Orridge has other ideas. Orridge right on the back of them now.
Yes, indeed. Stilp, Hassan, Wright and Orridge covered by less than a second. Fastest lap of the race from Taylor Orridge, so he is charging forward. Then up the inside for 5th, that's going to be Sintler on the inside of Alfie Gallagher. We're on board with him. Clean move. Got the job done very nicely there. Zach Knight is onto the back of them in 7th position. Then it's Gussie Hudson in front of Will Knight. And then it's Evans, Pritchard, Oliver Stilp, Shane Collins, Jacob Woods and Rowan Cartwright, with Cuthbert, Quaker and McDermott continuing on the charge. Oh, that's Orridge. Orridge on the inside.
Yeah,
third position.
I was just going to say, on the charge is Orridge up to 3rd. That's Will Knight leading the battle for 8th on the 88 kart. He's the one that came from P19 to 1st. Yesterday, of course, you may have seen that footage here on the TDI Media YouTube channel. It's already done something like 10,000 views now.
Well, great karting. Everybody wants to watch it. And while we're mentioning Will Knight, he's just made the move on Gussie Hudson. You could just see him in the back of your picture there, up to 8th place. Craig Evans and Charlie Pritchard will be the next ones along with Oliver Stilp. Is up the inside for 2nd. Here comes Orridge. God, he's on a charge. Up from 4th position initially past Wright, and now past Hassan. So that's up into 2nd position. Now Hassan and Oliver Wright will want to work with Orridge to get back on terms with Gabriel Stilp. This is definitely a 4-way fight. Brilliant to see Mini ROK really charging forward in terms of entries, in terms of talent, and up the inside, Wright makes the move on Hassan, much to Aiden's annoyance. He was gesturing to him, work with me. No, not going to do that just now, mate.
Yeah, it's going to allow Sintler to get that much closer. Sintler will be looking for the win here. I know he's not looking like that in 5th place, but he knows he's got the raw pace, and if he can get onto the back of these 2 in front, get onto the back of Hassan, get in the mix, push these 2 along, get back to the leaders. That's what they need to do at this stage, not battle so much. Just get back to these 2 leaders out front. I'm talking about leaders out front. It's still Gabriel Stilp from Taylor Orridge. Orridge getting closer to him though. That's Oliver Wright on the 11th. 64 is Hassan. 71 then in 5th place is Luke Sintler. Sintler carrying the onboard camera for us.
Aiden Hassan still looking very hungry on the back of Oliver Wright for 3rd position. It's great to see Aiden really charging forward in Super 1. This is his breakthrough year in the Super 1 series. He had a little dabble in it last season, but great to see him really putting on a spurt as a rookie in Super 1 in 2019. And he's been ultra competitive from the word go at the start of the season. He's a lovely character. He's one of those competitors who doesn't like to see people left behind. He wants to work with his opponents and his colleagues and really have a great weekend. Now that's Gussie Hudson battling away with Charlie Pritchard. Closing up is Oliver Stilp, 43. And that's going to be an interesting one. Will Knight, P8 at the moment on the circuit, back on board with Luke Sintler, and we have caught the back of Wright and Hassan. Hassan's had enough of sitting behind Oliver Wright. He's going to make the move into Iredale's into 3rd position. Sintler got a little bit of a slide, almost had a chance to get into 4th position himself there, but just had to roll off it. And Orridge is in the lead. Orridge has got through on Gabriel Stilp.
And talking of getting through, Zach Knight makes the move on Alfie Gallagher as well, so he's up to 6th place, Gallagher down to 7th.
Well, there's an issue currently with the timing screen. Orridge is showing as down at the back of the field.
Yeah, that's a transponder issue. He's had the issue pretty much all this weekend, so his transponder's not working and it's not being updated on the timing screens. We've got an issue with the timing anyway. It's why we can't give you the timing on screen.
Oh, 3rd position's going to change hands. This is going to be right on Hassan, and he gets back through into that 3rd position slot. Watch for Sintler, though. Sintler's getting hungry as he wants to get up into 4th position. So it's still a race lead for Taylor Orridge in front of Gabriel Stilp. Then Wright, Hassan and Sintler. Watch out because Zach Knight's closing in. Sintler makes the move on the inside of Hassan, and this time he gets the move done. That's lovely.
Beautiful, clean move. It's what we want to see. Fantastic, clean racing throughout the field at the moment. That's where we want to see it. It's where we want to keep it.
Look at this, Taylor Orridge being pushed again by Gabriel Stilp right through into third position. Hassan not settling for fifth position. He gets back through on Sintler. Sintler straight back on the switchback. Lovely reactions there from Sintler. They nudge wheels twice, 3 times into the chicane. They just about get away with that.
That was lucky. That could have gone all sorts of pear-shaped.
Here goes Knight.
Makes the move.
Yep, Knight through on the inside. That is Zach Knight on his way through on Aidan Hassan. And the next one in the queue, that's Alfie Gallagher, isn't it? So Alfie Gallagher is going to be the next one in tow.
Let's have a look at the replay as they're coming towards us. So that's it. There's the first contact.
Twice.
And now watch the wheel. Now this could have gone all sorts of pear-shaped.
Oh.
There's the puff of smoke coming off the contact between the 2 tyres. And that could have gone very wrong indeed, but they're still running.
You are never going to get closer to a major first corner incident than we just saw between those two. They were so lucky to get away with that.
Anytime in open wheel racing, of course, this is not quite open wheel racing. They are closed between the back bumper and the side pod, but they're open to the side, and you can get side to side tyre contact, and that can mean that one cart rides up over the others.
That's Rowan Cartwright. He's gone, and he was battling away with, I think, Shane Collins, who was battling away. Zane Quaker was trying to get one over on him on the way through to the first corner, so that might have been Quaker he battled with, and Quaker perhaps getting a little bit too close. Well, Cartwright gets going.
Yeah, I'm not sure there was any contact whatsoever, but Zane made his way by. Let's have another look. This is the replay.
Oh, well.
Can't see that. It's
44
difficult to
Quaker.
see whether he's lost the back end.
Yeah, it's 44 Quaker who was behind him. I think Cartwright thinks there was contact, but we certainly can't tell whether there was.
Ty Cuthbert and Lucius McDermott make a cheap place up, no doubt.
Well, Orridge is still your leader from Gabriel Stilp. Then it's Wright, Sintler, Knight, Hassan and Alfie Gallagher. Will Knight is in 8th position. That is the 33 going through Jacob Woods in front of Shane Collins as they come through over the line. Stilp is now right on the back bumper of the race leader, Taylor Orridge. Still with those problems with the transponder. But Taylor Orridge still leading the race. He'll be given that back when the race is over, provided that there's no other transgressions of any kind. And so far, so good. So Orridge, Stilp, Pineapple in 3rd. That's Oliver Wright. Then we're on board with him, Sintler. So for the Primo Racing team, looks as though Oliver Wright's had to borrow a race suit for this particular race, and I think he's borrowed one from his mate Harry Junior Burgoyne.
Yeah, I think actually he's bought that from, or had it handed down to him from another driver who had it from Harry Junior
I see. So
at one point.
So that's a 3rd careful owner.
Yeah, I think the teams just take the suits off the kids as they grow, and rather because they've got the names on, they can't sort of sell them on. But they just hand them down to next drivers, just trying to keep the cost down as much as possible.
Well,
you know, teams, Jake, they like to keep the cost down.
Yeah, absolutely. Very failed. I'm not getting involved in that one anyway. That's a real knife edge. I'm not getting in that one. Orridge battling away with Stilp, and here is Wright in front of us. Where's Sintler? Wright is going to make a late lunge for the move on Gabriel Stilp. Into 2nd place goes Oliver Wright. That's very nicely handled indeed. Stilp is there in 3rd, gesturing to Sintler behind. Don't make the overtake on me. Work with me and Oliver. We know what we're doing. We're catching up to Taylor Orridge. Trying to convince a youngster we know what we're doing when you're being held up is not easy. So I wonder if Luke Sintler is going to believe him or if he's going to go for his own move. I think it's going to be the latter.
Sintler wants a podium minimum out of this weekend. He dominated here a few weeks ago when Mini ROK was here as a guest class. He was absolutely on fire that day. He's doing really well here, but 4th place, not going to be happy with that. And neither will the man behind him, Zach Knight. That's the 91, Lucius McDermott, battling with Ty Cuthbert, I think, in front of him, is it?
Yes, it is. Good to see Lucius McDermott on the gold chassis. They're starting to make more of an impact in the British karting scene, which is good to see. And that is Oliver Wright in 2nd position now, in front of Gabriel Stilp. So Oliver Wright pushing very hard to close up on Taylor Orridge as they continue to duel away. Now, the Mini ROK karts are not as fast as the Rotax classes we saw earlier, so we're not going to get the full 14 laps we saw from them. I think 13 is going to be the limit as they come through at the end of the lap. And over the line once again, last lap begins. It's Taylor Orridge leading in front of Wright, Stilp and Sintler. Then it's Zach and Will Knight. Here we go. This is going to be the battle for the victory. As Stilp gets into the back of Wright. He just misses his braking point by half a metre.
Will that be a drop-down nose cone penalty? I'm not sure. It was certainly significant.
He's done it again! And now Sintler's going to get an opportunity on the inside of Oliver Wright. He's desperately trying to cut through Gabriel Stilp, but on 2 consecutive corners, he's missed his braking point by half a metre in desperation, and now down to 5th as Zach Knight comes through into 4th. Make that 3rd as he gets on Sintler. Sintler goes wide. Now Zach Knight into 3rd position, tucks up behind Oliver Wright. Orange is your leader, but Zach Knight's not done yet. Here he goes up the inside, and he's going to leave the door wide open. Stilp's going to get back through in a 3rd position as well. Not enough time to close up on Taylor Orange. Look at the squabble out of the final turn, but it's a victory for Taylor Orange. He dabs over the line with a brilliant victory, and it's Zach Knight who charges his way to a valiant 2nd position. What a comeback drive from Zach Knight. 3rd position over the line is Gabriel Stilp, although a drop down does come his way post-race, so Oliver Wright is promoted to 3rd, Sintler 4th from Will Knight and Aidan Hassan, then Gallagher and Gabriel Stilp, Charlie Pritchard and Oliver Stilp round out the 10.
Taylor, I know you're a little bit disappointed yesterday. You crossed the line first, but unfortunately you got that drop-down penalty. Today, an epic race. That's the one you want to win when the TV cameras are out. What a race. Just talk us through it.
So it was a good race. So we started 6th, I think, from qualifying because the transponder didn't work. And then the first couple of laps we got up to 3rd, and then we started pushing Pineapple and Stilp. And then we got up through to Pineapple, and then I pushed Stilp for a lap, and I went up the inside, and then Stilp started pushing me, and we got away.
Okay, who do you want to thank for your win?
My dad and my granddad.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.
And Taylor Orange now leads the championship, 16 points ahead of Zach Knight, and it's close behind. Luke Sintler in 3rd, Alfie Gallagher and Gussie Hudson dead level for 4th position. That championship's only going to get better as the meetings roll on. Minis are done, the juniors are on track next.